I didn't plan to share this today, but God knew the timing. And now that I'm sitting with it, I can see why. Some stories don't make sense until you heal enough to tell them with clarity instead of pain. And this is one of those stories. I'm Rhonda, and if you're new here, welcome to Wholehearted Wellness, a space where we tell the truth, we grow with grace, and learn to see our lives through a clearer, more compassionate lens. I'm sharing this because some of you are judging a season that's actually shaping you. There are some things you can only understand once life humbles you, grows you, and gives you a front row seat to your own becoming. And motherhood did that for me. Not in the way I expected, but in the way I needed. I used to think having my son at 16 was a lot. I thought it was embarrassing for my family. I thought it was the kind of mistake you spend years trying to recover from. But becoming a mother that young didn't ruin my life. It rerouted it. It forced me to grow up faster. It sharpened my discernment. It made me pay attention to things I used to ignore. It shifted my entire trajectory. And as I raised him, something unexpected happened. I started to understand my own mother. I began to see why she was so protective, why she worried the way she did, why she tried to shield me from certain people and certain situations, and why her no was really love in disguise. I realized she wasn't trying to control me. She was trying to cover me. She wasn't trying to limit my life. She was trying to save it. And the same grace that covered me at 16, the same grace that kept me from falling apart, the same grace that helped me raise a child while I was still becoming one, that grace opened my eyes to her heart. I didn't know it then, but God was parenting me while I was learning to parent. And the truth is, even then, I didn't really know God. I wasn't walking with Him. I wasn't surrendered. I wasn't spiritually mature, but He was still developing me. He was shaping me quietly. He was covering me privately, and He was protecting me from consequences I wasn't strong enough to carry. And I'm grateful, deeply grateful, that He didn't give me what I deserved back then. 3 generations were being healed at the same time, and I didn't even realize it. Because if God had responded to my immaturity, my impulses, or my lack of understanding, I wouldn't be who I am today. His grace didn't just meet me, it carried me. It held me while I was still learning Him. It kept me while I was still growing up. It covered me while I was still figuring out who I was. And that's when I learned something deeper about God too. We complain about God not answering fast enough. We get frustrated when things don't shift in our timeline. But if God acted instantly every time we cried out, most of us wouldn't be here today. because we pray from emotion. He moves from wisdom. We ask from the moment we're in. He answers from the future he already sees. And that gap, that delay, is not punishment, it's grace. Grace protects you from yourself. Grace gives you time to grow into the person your prayer requires. And grace keeps the door open long enough, much longer than we deserve. Grace holds your life together quietly. And grace is slow because transformation is slow. God isn't just changing your situation, He's changing you through the situation. So now when I look back, I can say this with a full chest. What felt like shame at 16 became the doorway to wisdom, compassion, and generational understanding. My son didn't derail my life. He became the lens that helped me finally see the love that was trying to protect me all along. And God's timing, it wasn't slow. It was strategic. It was mercy. It was grace, giving me time to become who He always knew I could be. If this spoke to you, sit with it this week. Let it shape how you see your own story, your own timing, and your own grace. You're not late. You're being led. Because when grace is guiding your story, you're in good hands. God first, faith always, and legacy forever.